Hello and welcome to Haunted Montreal's Spooky Story Sessions. I'm your host, Holly Rhiannon, and today I'm going to tell you all about Montreal's REM and its ghostly gamble. After years of planning and construction, the REM finally opened the first leg of its light train system on July 31st, 2023. This section of track runs from Montreal's Central Station to Brossard on the South Shore. However, since opening, the REM has been plagued with various problems, from electrical failures and mechanical malfunctions to eerie, unexplained incidents. Some attribute these to poor planning, but others suspect a more sinister cause: paranormal activity triggered by angry Irish famine ghosts. Now, this is a story that Haunted Montreal has followed for years. In January 2020, we warned that the REM's decision to desecrate the Irish famine cemetery at the Black Rock would likely invite supernatural consequences. Workers disturbed over a dozen skeletons to insert a concrete monorail pylon into the heart of the cemetery, despite the Black Rock's ominous inscription, which reads, "To preserve from desecration the remains of 6,000 immigrants who died of ship fever AD 1847 to 48. The dead do not take kindly to being disturbed." Paranormal expert Dominique Desormeaux had predicted that ghosts would disrupt the REM, stating, "They will feast on the electrical side. They look for a source to manifest themselves. There will be power shortages, train malfunctions, and strange events." His words proved prophetic. The REM's first 3 days saw 3 power failures, forcing passengers onto buses. Elevators and escalators malfunctioned, leaving riders stranded. Then an unsettling event occurred. 3 passengers, a man named Gregoire, his wife, and an unnamed South American tourist, were inexplicably sent to a train garage in Brossard. The driverless train took on a life of its own, reversing direction and shutting down inside the depot. Gregoire described the experience as spooky, as they realized they were trapped among lifeless trains in the dim light. Then came the lightning strike. On August 3rd, 2023, just days after opening, a bolt of electricity hit the REM, disrupting its operation. While CDPQ Infra's spokesperson claimed the system was designed to withstand such events, some believe otherwise. An Irish Montrealer named Seamus, whose ancestors rest at the Black Rock, saw divine retribution at play. It's God himself striking the REM for disturbing the Irish famine dead. I predict he will keep sending lightning until the whole system is destroyed. Reports of ghostly activity have also surfaced from some passengers. Some claim the train shudders violently, or its interior lights flicker when passing over the Black Rock Cemetery. Others experience an unexplained nausea at the same location. Meanwhile, the unfinished Griffintown station has fueled speculation of a curse. Initially promised for 2024, the project has faced indefinite delays, with officials refusing to commit to a completion date. Some believe this is no coincidence. Griffintown was once home to Canada's largest Irish community, survivors of the Great Famine who settled there after enduring hellish voyages on coffin ships. When the city chose to rebrand the station as Griffintown Bernard Landry, despite Irish opposition, many saw it as an insult to the neighborhood's history. Seamus issued a dire warning, stating, "That station is doomed. It will never be completed." Even beyond the REM, disturbances continue. Since Hydro-Quebec acquired the Black Rock Cemetery site in 2017, the burial ground has suffered repeated desecrations. A forthcoming investigation will explore how these violations have unleashed further hauntings. The REM's troubles show no sign of stopping. By disturbing the Irish famine dead, the project may have doomed itself to perpetual paranormal interference. The spirits have made their presence known, and they are unlikely to rest anytime soon, making it a risky decision to take a ride on the REM. One potential solution was suggested early on: painting the REM pylon in haint blue. This color, rooted in folklore, was historically used to ward off spirits known as haints, restless ghosts trapped between the living and the dead. The Gula people, descendants of African slaves, believed haints could not cross water, leading them to paint their homes in this spectral, repelling shade. The tradition spread to Caribbean and Irish-descended communities, where it was embraced for its supposed protective properties. Haunted Montreal had suggested this as a deterrent against paranormal disturbances, but REM officials ignored the suggestion. Now, with the network plagued by unexplained malfunctions and eerie encounters, one must wonder, had they listened, would the REM have escaped this ghostly fate? In recent days, REM users have had a pretty rough go of it. After months of mechanical issues and breakdowns, operators of the REM announced a temporary solution: free rides for passengers. For the week of February 24th, 2025, service will be free from Monday to Friday, but only during rush hour. Trains will run between 5:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. and between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m., with service every 10 minutes. Outside of these hours, the REM will be closed for maintenance. To mitigate the inconvenience, free shuttle buses will continue running along the REM network. The service offered by the operator in the last few weeks did not meet our standards, read an official REM statement on Facebook. To address the chaos, additional staff have been deployed to assist passengers and improve communication during disruptions. Quebec's Transport Minister, Geneviève Guilbeault, recently called for an emergency meeting with project partners. Following weeks of public outrage, she demanded better solutions. The priority for everyone must be service to the users. In case of problems, this must include, among other things, a solid backup plan and, above all, clear, quick, and effective communication. Despite her insistence that the REM must improve, many Montrealers remain skeptical. 2 major breakdowns occurred just days apart in February, leaving thousands stranded. Passengers have taken to social media to vent their frustrations, some even joking that the ghostly interference has intensified. One commuter quipped, "If the REM isn't haunted, then why does it keep breaking down at the same spots?" With ongoing service failures and an increasingly frustrated public, the REM's future remains uncertain. Whether plagued by technical difficulties or haunted by the restless spirits of the Irish Famine dead, one thing is clear: the chaos is far from over. That's it for today, but before we wrap up, we would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with all of our latest content. Share your thoughts on this episode, and feel free to include your own ghost stories in the comments down below. While you wait for our return, be sure to check out the original blogs by Donovan King over at hauntedmontreal.yt, where you can also get tickets for in-person haunted storytelling experiences. Don't forget, we'll be back with a new video in a couple weeks, but until then, stay spooky.